It's so damning, first and foremost. If you think about last year's NBA Finals, the Mavericks that we're in, starting lineup, Kyrie Irving, he's now done for the season. Luka Doncic, he now plays for the Lakers. Derrick Jones Jr., he now plays for the Clippers. P.J. Washington, he's been dealing with injuries right now, has his ankle sprain. And Gafford, he's out right now with an MCL sprain. The starting lineup for the Mavs last year, the starting lineup right now, totally different. What can change in a year? Also, here's why I think it's most devastating. The acquisition of Anthony Davis was for today. It wasn't for tomorrow. Yeah. The acquisition of Anthony Davis was for this year, potentially next year. It wasn't for the future. The acquisition of Anthony Davis was a short-term solution to a long-term, you could suggest, problem. But now in the short term, Kyrie Irving's hurt. In the short term, Anthony Davis is hurt. In the short term, Gafford, he's hurt. In the short term, P.J. Washington, even when he's healthy, he's still battling injuries. So the solution you got for Anthony Davis, which was Anthony Davis, to solve right now, can't even help right now because Kyrie Irving will be out more than likely at least into the start of next season. So I think it is about as bad as it could go for the Dallas Mavericks, and they sure could use Luka right now. But Shady McCoy, what do you suggest?
I mean, it's tough. I mean, you move on from Luka, and you think that you got a superstar in Kyrie Irving. You think him and AD together could do some damage, right? We always nowadays you try to compare these superstars. If it's three of them, it's two of them, right, with a good roster around them, with some shooting, some good defense, and then a lot of these guys are injured. How can you? You know, right now they're down to their last big, you know, and Kyrie Irving is, you talking about a guy that's averaging about 25, 26 points a game, something like that?
24 points.
And now he's gone. So, first of all, prayers to Kyrie Irving, man. I love Kyrie. You know, he's one of the guys I've always followed, man, and it just sucks because he makes this play 1,000 times, right? Off balance, weird angles, and he never gets hurt. So this is how the game works sometimes.
Yeah, he's arguably one of the best point guards in the NBA. And I'm going to take the opinion of like a Dallas native and a Dallas fan. Like when we traded Luka away, I'm like, oh my gosh, Nico Harrison, what are you doing? And you trade for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis has seen the floor for about 31 minutes before he got hurt. And like you said, you lose their starting center, Daniel Gafford. Derek Lively's out. Now you lost Kyrie. And now the Mavericks are trying to raise season prices.
I saw that.
And so now you lose the best point guard in the NBA to a knee injury. Like all this stuff as a Dallas native, and you're a Mavericks fan, you're like, well, shoot, everything that we thought was going to happen is out the door. Nico Harrison, what are you doing? They're raising prices. Star players are getting hurt. You're trading a star player away. It's unfortunate because he's played 14 seasons. He's 32, 33 years old. I don't know how easy it's going to be for him to come back from something like this. Like, he's got a lot of tread on his tires. Now, hopefully he has a good rehab, he has a good surgery, and he comes back from it. But it's not just some normal thing to come back from this at this age when you've had this much tread on your tire. So hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he has a good surgery. But just coming from a Dallas native, man, this sucks.
Yeah, it sucks for Kyrie, you know. We talk a lot of junk on this show. We do a lot of stuff. We don't never want to see nobody get injured.
No,
that's
never
in football, that's in baseball, that's in basketball. So, I mean, to see Kyrie go out for the season, it sucks for Kyrie. But, I mean, any really true playoff hopes, and I mean like winning series and all that, or, you know, having a chance to get to the finals or whatever, that's gone.
It's done.
You know what I mean?
It's done.
So, you know, that sucks for the Mavericks fans. But for Kyrie, man, this sucks, man. He was having a heck of a season, an all-star season, playing at a very, very high level. Looked like he was getting back to Kyrie mindset in the right spot, having fun. And then, boom, you get hit with a season-ending injury that's really going to be a long process recovering to really get back to Kyrie. Who knows what part of the season next year that he's going to be looking like he was looking this season. So it absolutely sucks for Kyrie, man. Prayers up to you, young fella, even though you got a couple grades like me. Prayers up to you, young fella, man. Hope you get back soon.
That was tough. That one is tough. Hey, when we return, we're going around but the Thunder are still reigning with the best record in the West by a long shot. Shady McCoy, you love the game of basketball. You are not shy about it. How wide is the gap in your mind between the one-seeded Thunder, two-seeded Lakers?
Oh, it's close. You know, you talk about teams that both get out there on a break. They run the floor. They can score well. Only thing is, it's tough because I look at OKC and how young, how talented they are, how athletic they are, right? They play some good defense. Yeah. They athletic, they tall.
They are athletic. But
then the Lakers, then they have that thing where we got two superstar players that can score and close games out.
Right.
You know, I do think that people's not going to like this, but SGA, to me, man, he's the best player in the league right now. People don't like that, right? Because you want to be Luka, you want to be LeBron, but, man, that young boy balling. right?
Yeah.
This ain't his first 50-point game. This ain't his second 50-point game. You get what I'm saying? So we'll see in the playoffs how things work out, because I do think that sometimes, like, experience does really matter, and they have a young team. But one thing about them, they got a lot of dogs, though, underdogs. Like, I just be thinking about, people don't forget this, man. They traded him. Yeah, he was with the Clippers.
He was.
We didn't want you. We traded you, right? You look at some of the other guys they have on their team, they have a whole bunch of dogs that's trying to prove it.
No.
So when you ask me, I think the gap is still close. If I had to pick, I got to go with OKC right now.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's fascinating. I think the gap is close, but for me, what gives the Lakers the edge in my mind is the Lakers have a player who can bother SGA. I don't know if the Thunder have players who can bother Vando to me.
Hold up. Say that again?
The Lakers have a player who can bother
The other part.
I don't think the Thunder have a player who can bother the Lakers.
So you don't watch them lock up?
I'm saying I don't think they have somebody who can keep Luka from getting 28. Who can keep Luka from getting 28?
Well, after this block,
They young and athletic. They can defend.
Correct, but I'm saying when I'm speaking specifically of Luka, I don't know of too many players in the NBA, because we've seen it over the course of Luka's first 6 years, who are D'ing up Luka.
When you get done, I'm gonna show you a stat line where Luka was talking about a certain defender in the whole league, which guy it was. I'm gonna let you go.
Please let me know that. So that's really what it comes down to for me, is like, I just don't know that, A, and then B, when you think about experience, the Lakers nucleus, they've both been to the finals. Obviously, LeBron James, he lives in the finals. Yeah. Luka been to the finals. The Thunder still, to me, an inexperienced team. That's why I would still, in a 7-game series, go edge Lakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, according to the standing, it's 11 games, right? But if you're taking them in a 7-game series, I think I'm going to go with the best closer of all time, LeBron James, and one of the best shooters that we've seen in the past few years with Luka. Thunder have more size, and I think they have a little bit more depth. But when you look at their big threes, because I can't get over the fact that you were saying, and I agree with the way Austin Reeves is playing, like he's in that conversation. When you look at LeBron, when you look at Luka, and you look at Reeves, I think overall it's better than SGA, Chet, and Jalen Williams. Like those three, I would tend to agree more with Shady. I'm going to take the 2 stud players, and if Austin can freaking make some shots like he was doing in a 7-game series, like, I think it's a lot closer than probably what people think.
I think the gap is very close. I think the 2 better superstars are with the Lakers. Even though Williams is coming along, he was an all-star this year. I think he's going to be a really good player. But I think the 2 best players are with the Lakers going up against SGA. The Thunder are good, man. They play team basketball. They play really good on the defense, and they run. But the matchup is so good for the Lakers. Because what do we say about the Lakers? They don't have a big. Chet is a big, but he's a little big. You understand what I'm saying? So we can match up with those. Can he shoot the 3 ball and can do a little bit of that better than the Lakers big? Sure. But they match up so well with the OKC Thunder. And I think in the playoffs, when the game is on the line, you have Luka, who's been there. You have LeBron, who's obviously been there. I like what the Lakers have more than OKC has, especially when that game's on the line, when you talk about the 2 superstars.
I don't know if y'all watching the defense for the OKC.
I am.
It don't sound like it.
I watched them last night.
Okay, but it won't take from my words or your words or his words or your words. Luka said this. Luka said, they asked, a Luka quote, he praises OKC guard Lou Dort, who said that the top 3 perimeter defenders in that league, alongside of the Boston Celtics, Drew Holiday, and teammate Derrick Jones Jr.
I mean, they number 1 in defensive.
But I'm saying, Lou Dort plays for OKC. And he said that, he's one of my top 3 defenders. Alongside of his teammate, Derrick Jones Jr., and Drew Holiday. We all know who Drew Holiday is. So when y'all talk about, as I'm listening, y'all talk about defense, it's like, defense, and you saying about a guard Luka, he just told you, dude, that gives him issues.
Nah, that's fair.
So, I mean, we gonna find out. And they linky. They linky and they play defense. And they young and they can run. So they can score. They can score. They have a closer, the SGA, and they play defense. And they linky.
Number 1 defense, Shady.
What up, YouTube family? Welcome to the facility. Thanks for watching, and you better be sure to hit that subscribe button if you want to get more highlights from the show and all of our exclusive content.